We're ready for the start now of the second section of the 1,600-meter run. Rudy Chappa, the record holder, set in 1976, 4:04.2. Here we go at the start. It's Troy Layden of Evansville Wrights. He has the lead going into the second turn on the backstretch. Moving out in front now, we have Kurt Frazier and Mark Rodholm. Rodholm of Carmel and Kurt Frazier of South Bend Riley are running up in the head of the pack at the moment. Doug Peterson of Jay County is far back into the field. He was a two-time winner in the regional last week. And it is Kurt Frazier of South Bend Riley taking the lead. Right behind him is Mark Rodholm of Carmel. He was the regional champion at Kokomo. Also, Kurt Frazier was sixth here a year ago in this same event. Kirby Kinghorn of Indianapolis Chatard moving up in the pack there on the outside in the light uniform. It is still Mark Rodholm of Carmel, and it's Kurt Frazier of South Bend Riley. And now we see Troy Layden of Evansville Wrights. There's quite a pack there toward the end of the first lap.
Troy Layden
starting the second.
Up.
Troy Layden now of Evansville Wrights has slipped up in the front now. Kurt Frazier is number 2. Mark Rodholm of Carmel is running third. The leader, Troy Layden, Evansville Wrights, in the light blue uniform. Mark Rodholm, the blonde youth, fourth in the cross country this year from Carmel, is running second. You see with that long stride in second place. Nice, easy gait.
Rodholm is doubling this year, Hilliard. He was second in the 800 last year. And on the outside now, we have Joe Kompanic from Hammond moving up into third.
That's right. He's in the all-white uniform from Hammond Knoll, qualified at 4:20.58 last night. We may have to pull away from the tape of this race for the 300-meter low hurdles coming up live here at Indianapolis as the runners are in their marks, but we'll stay with this as we still have Troy Layden in the lead, and it is Mark Rodholm of Carmel in second place. Third place is now Joe Kompanic, and here's the live race. This is the start of the 300-meter lower hurdles. We have Jeff Peters, Tracy Furnival, Jamie Broniger, Steve Wallace, Rodney Brooks, Garrett Young, Robert Kennedy, Bernard DiStefano, and Charles Hefner as they go to the first turn. In the lead is Steve Wallace of Lawrence North High School. He's coming in the center of the track now as they go to the far turn. It is Rodney Brooks of Gary Roosevelt. It is Rodney Brooks and Garrett Young of Hammond. It is Rodney Brooks, Steve Wallace now of Lawrence North. Steve Wallace of Lawrence North has moved into the lead. Rodney Brooks of Gary Roosevelt coming into second place, and it looks like it might be Steve Wallace of Lawrence North and Rodney Brooks of Gary Roosevelt and Jeff Peters of Whitco. Let's take another look now. There was quite a move after the final hurdle. It is Steve Wallace there, and it is Rodney Brooks of Gary Roosevelt and Jeff Peters of Whitco. He's headed for Notre Dame on a basketball scholarship.
200-meter dash.
Now we're in the last lap of the 1,600-meter run, taped earlier here this afternoon. We still have Rodholm and Frazier up toward the front of the pack there. This is the final lap. Also, Craig McFarland of Valparaiso is moving up on the group. It is Mark Rodholm of Carmel in the lead, and coming up right behind him is Kurt Frazier and also Craig McFarland now of Valparaiso. You'll see him in a moment running in third or fourth as he's in the green uniform. Mark Rodholm of Carmel is the leader. It is Craig McFarland of Valparaiso now running in second place. Kurt Frazier is running third as they move to the head of the stretch at about 110 meters to go.
In fifth place from Indianapolis, Washington.
Here is Mark Rodholm of Carmel. Mark Rodholm is going to win.
29.52.
Mark Rodholm is going to win this event. And finishing in second place will be Kurt Frazier. In third place will be Doug Peterson coming up from the outside, and Joseph Kompanic, then Craig McFarland and Neil Wilbur. That's the way they officially finished in the 1,600-meter run second division. Mark Rodholm's time from Carmel, 4 minutes 15 and 84 100.